Welcome back. Today, we're doing something a bit different, cracking open a really fascinating set of WhatsApp messages.
Yeah, from an individual named Ghazala Din.
Exactly. And our mission here, it isn't about judgment at all. It's more about, understanding the communication itself.
Seeing what strategies might be at play, especially when, well, promises and money are involved.
Right. These messages revolve around a financial obligation and the reasons given for why it's delayed. It's quite the sequence.
And it kicks off almost immediately with a statement designed to, well, manage perception, wouldn't you say?
Oh, definitely. That first message where Ghazala says, I don't want you to think I'm lying because I'm not.
Mm-hmm. And then mentions needing a boost. It's like right out of the gate, there's this attempt to frame things, to say, believe me.
It sets a stage, yeah. A stage for justification, maybe.
Precisely. It's preemptive, trying to control how the other person sees the situation before anything really develops.
Okay, so that's the start. But then, just a few days later, the narrative takes a pretty sharp turn, doesn't it?
It really does. On November 29th, the message is, Hi, I'm in hospital, been taken in, not well at all.
So I don't feel I'm letting it down. I'm unwell and unable to do anything for a few days.
Wow, that's quite a pivot.
It's a huge pivot. We go from needing a financial boost, something external, almost abstract, to a very personal internal health crisis.
A health alibi, you called it.
Yeah, you could call it that. It shifts the reason for delay onto something seemingly uncontrollable. Very sympathetic.
And crucially, it removes personal responsibility, right? It's not, I can't manage this, it's, I'm physically unable.
Exactly. It makes it much harder for the recipient to push back or question the delay.
But the health narrative doesn't just stay as a simple reason. It kind of gets woven back into the promise itself later on.
That's right. By December 2nd, the promise is back, but look how it's phrased. I promise you for next week, I will give a large amount. I'm just sorting something out.
Okay, standard enough promise, but
I
then...
swear, I really do. Tend to mess my health up badly. See, the health issue isn't just the reason for the delay anymore. Now it's framed as a result of the effort. Like, I'm trying so hard, it's making me ill.
Precisely. It layers on emotional weight. It's not just an obstacle, it's a sacrifice.
And then things seem to, well, escalate quite a bit by December 6th. The messages get longer, more intense.
Oh, definitely. We
Yeah.
see phrases like, I have solely alone taken the responsibility to give money back. And then, I am begging you for time.
Begging. That's strong language.
Very. And then, all I did was help. And it's shot me in the face badly. It shifts towards victimhood.
Right. And mentioning having to sell things, the situation really affecting me mentally too. It's not just a health issue now, it's this overwhelming burden.
It's a full-blown appeal for sympathy, framing themselves as shouldering this immense, almost unfair weight, and explicitly asking for more time because of it.
It's like the narrative keeps expanding from a simple problem to this almost dramatic personal crisis. It really does feel like a performance sometimes, doesn't it?
It can certainly come across that way. And it demonstrates a pattern you often see when people are struggling to meet obligations.
What pattern is that specifically?
Well, you see this progression. It starts maybe vague or with a simple external reason. Then it often escalates to more elaborate, emotionally charged narratives.
Like the shift from need a boost to hospital to this burden is destroying my health and mind.
Exactly. Often employing that victim mentality you mentioned, which aims to elicit empathy and, crucially, buy more time or leniency.
Which, for the person on the receiving end, makes it really tough to figure out what's genuine hardship and what might be, well, strategic communication.
It's incredibly difficult. Discerning intent becomes very complex when emotions and elaborate justifications are heavily involved.
So, stepping back from this specific case, what are the big takeaways for, for you listening?
I think what really stands out is seeing these communication patterns unfold, how the reasons shift, how the emotional intensity ramps up.
It's not just what people say, but how they say it, and how that framing changes over time when they're under pressure.
Yeah, you see the initial softer asks, then maybe external blame like the health issue, and finally these really intense emotional appeals for understanding, for time.
It encourages you to be more aware, maybe, of these dynamics in communication, not just accepting things at face value immediately.
Absolutely. To think about the strategy behind the words, the potential shifts in narrative, and what that might signal about the underlying situation or intent.
Which leads to a final thought for you to mull over. Where else in your life, perhaps in less dramatic situations, do you notice similar communication patterns?
Where an initial promise or commitment starts simple, but then gradually morphs into justifications, maybe emotional appeals or requests to change the terms.
And how does recognizing these potential patterns change how you might navigate those conversations? Something to think about.